So diagonal matrix is basically a type of the square matrix. Okay, so this is directly a sub part or subset of a square matrix. So we can write down the define also a square matrix where all the elements are 0 except those on the main diagonal. Now try to understand my point. A diagonal matrix, or sorry, a square matrix in which all the elements are 0 except on the main diagonal. Look at here, this is my principal diagonal. Okay, this is my principal diagonal. You can see other than the principal diagonal, all elements we are having as an 0. Here also you can see this is the principal diagonal. Other than the principal diagonal, all elements we are having as an 0. So this is called the diagonal matrix. One more define I will tell you for the diagonal matrix, so it will give you better clarity. Dear students, you can write down here one more define. Okay, one define, I hope this is clear. What is this? That in a square matrix in which all elements are 0 other than the principal diagonal elements. Okay, this is mentioned here. Even the next define you can write down, even the principal diagonal elements, even the principal diagonal elements can be equals to 0. Principal diagonal elements can be equals to 0, but it should have at least one non-zero principal diagonal element exist. Now what is the meaning of this one? As I told you, a diagonal matrix is a square matrix in which all elements are 0 except principal diagonal, okay, or except main diagonal, or other than the principal diagonal, all elements are 0 in a square matrix. Then this is called a diagonal matrix. You can see this is the example, right? But one more define is possible ki even the principal diagonal elements can be equals to 0, but it should have at least one non-zero principal diagonal element exist. So let's take one example. If I am writing here A, so it should be 0, 0, 5. Okay, suppose all other elements are 0. You can see this is my principal diagonal. As all the elements are already 0, what is my define ki even the principal diagonal elements can be also equals to 0. It is not that it will be non-zero. So principal diagonal elements can be also equals to 0, but it should have at least one non-zero element exists. So you can see here I am having one non-zero element. So this is also the example of a diagonal matrix. But if I will put this also 0, then this will not a diagonal matrix. This will become a null matrix in which all elements are 0. Okay, so very easily we can understand a square matrix in which all elements are 0 other than the principal diagonal elements, or even principal diagonal elements can be equals to 0, but it should have at least one non-zero principal diagonal element exist. So then this is called the diagonal matrix, dear students. As a diagonal matrix is a special type of matrix, so we are having here one special property also, so which you can write down as a key point. Although this we will discuss in the inverse only, but as right now we are dealing with the diagonal matrix, so I want to write down this as a special point. Okay, so you can write down as a special key point, key inverse of a diagonal matrix, inverse of a diagonal matrix, dear students, of a diagonal matrix is always equals to inverse of its principal diagonal elements, inverse of its PDE, means principal diagonal elements. This is very important thing. Usually, as I told you, when we will discuss the inverse, that time I will tell you, but when you guys were in the class 11th or 12th, so we discussed this as a basic define of inverse, ki A inverse, for finding the inverse of any matrix, we required adjoint A by determinant of A. Right, but if that matrix is a diagonal matrix, then we will not use this one. We can find out directly the inverse of that matrix if that is a diagonal matrix. So inverse of a diagonal matrix is nothing but its inverse of its principal diagonal elements. Let's take one example also. If we are having based on this one get question is also there. Based on this key point, you can see one get question also. In the future I will tell you, in the upcoming lectures I will tell you that one. So if I am writing here, suppose one matrix A, So I am having the elements 5 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 0 0 3. Okay, if this is my matrix and I am looking for the inverse, or if someone asks me find the inverse of this one and options are available, then I will not find out here the determinant, or I will not find out here the adjoint. I will write down the inverse of this one directly as the inverse of these principal diagonal elements. Means this will be 1 by 5, inverse of 5 will be 1 by 5. Inverse of 2 will be 1 by 2. Inverse of 3 will be 1 by 3. This is again 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now according to the options, we can write down 1 by 5, okay, as in 0.2, 1 by 2 as in 0.5, and 1 by 3 as in 0.33. So we can write down, depends on the options how it is given to you. So but very easily we can write down the inverse of any diagonal matrix by finding the inverse of its principal diagonal elements. Alright guys, so this is the first thing about the diagonal matrix. So this is one of the important point also, because this usually you can see lots of the questions, if we are having a diagonal matrix, we need to very easily identify that one. Alright, now let's talk about the next one. Next one is the scalar matrix. Scalar matrix is a part of diagonal matrix only. So when I was talking about diagonal, so diagonal is a subset of square matrix. Similarly, diagonal is a part of square matrix. Similarly, we are having scalar matrix, which is a subset of diagonal matrix, or which is a part of a diagonal matrix. So let's see what is the scalar matrix. A diagonal matrix where all diagonal elements are being equal, and that is called a scalar matrix. So directly we are using the define of a diagonal only. What is this? If we are talking about a diagonal matrix, okay, earlier we were having one example of diagonal. Suppose I am writing that again here, 1, 2 and 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. If we are mentioning this as a name M, so this is my diagonal matrix. Why this is a diagonal? Because here all the elements are 0 other than the principal diagonal. Now what I am saying is this diagonal matrix will become a scalar matrix if in this diagonal matrix all the principal diagonal elements are being equal. If you are putting here the 2, so I can put here also the 2, I can put here also the 2. So in this case, then this will become what? This will become a scalar matrix, my dear students. Okay, so very easily we can understand that scalar matrix is a matrix in which all diagonal elements are being equal. Okay, are being equal. Now one more thing here, you can see the example. We are having here 2, 2, 2. This is the example of scalar matrix. Here we are having example as in 3, 3, 3. It can be of any order, 2 cross 2, 3 cross 3, 4 cross 4, 5 cross 5, and so on, n cross n. Any square matrix can be a scalar matrix. Okay, if it is having this property, means if in a diagonal matrix all the principal diagonal elements are being equal, then we can say that is a scalar matrix. Now one question surely arise in your mind, dear students, in this case, कि ma'am, when we are talking about all the diagonal elements are being equal, so if I will put all these diagonal elements are being equals to 1, if I will put it all these diagonal elements equals to 1, then what? Yes, then also this is a scalar matrix, but for 1 we are having a specific name, that is nothing but the unit or identity matrix. When your diagonal elements of a scalar matrix are being equals to 1, or when your diagonal elements when your principal diagonal elements of a diagonal matrix are being equals to 1, then you will consider that as in unit or identity matrix. So I can say कि unit or identity matrix is a type of scalar only. Okay, so this is the next type we are having, unit or identity matrix, which we used to denote by the capital I. This is the matrix always. Okay, so a diagonal matrix with ones on the main diagonal. So every time if in a diagonal matrix we are having the principal diagonal elements as in 1, that is called nothing but the unit or identity matrix. So here you can see your principal diagonal elements are 1, 1, 1 only. This is the example of a unit or identity matrix. If I am looking for the order of this one, the 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and 4 columns we are having. So this is identity matrix of 4 cross 4. So here you can write down this as an I4 also. I4 means identity matrix of order 4 cross 4. Okay. Here we can write down one more thing, that Aij is equals to Aij both are same 0, 0. So here in unit or identity matrix Aij will be 0 for what? For I is not equals to j. Now look at, this is very simple thing, but you should try to understand my point, that when I'm talking about here that Aij, and this is also Aij, okay, here you can see for Aij is equals to 0, these Aij is equals to 0 for all I is not equals to j. I is not equals to j means if I'm writing the element as an A11, A12, A21 and A22 for this 2 cross 2 matrix. So this is my Aij, okay. Here you can see I is not equals to j, 2 is not equals to 1. Here also we are having I is not equals to j, right? So these two will be 0 in a unit or identity matrix, and Aij is equals to 1 for sum or all I equals to j. Aij is equals to 1 for sum or all I equals to j. Very simply we can understand this one. Clear guys? So this is very simple thing. The unit or identity matrix is a basic matrix. This is nothing but a 2 cross 2 matrix of identity matrix. Now let's talk about the next one. Next one is the null matrix or zero matrix. Again, it's clear by its name. Null matrix or zero matrix means a matrix in which we are having no element, or all the elements of a matrix are 0, or we are having nothing in that one. That is called the null matrix or zero matrix. So all elements in the matrix are 0. Okay, this is 0. You can see 0 0 0. This is also 0 0 0. So this is called the null matrix. Okay.